With over 8 books published, hundreds of international lectures, and corporate coaching sessions to his name, Dr. Peter J. Dean, founder and president of Leaders by Design, is at the forefront of motivating executives.
The Leaders Method I developed, it's in Leadership for Everyone, my first comprehensive book on leadership, came to me in my experience consulting and coaching executives for many years. The essentials speak to the qualities that came up over and over again on each case that I dealt with CEOs and executives.
A wide range of global companies, including Shire, DuPont, Microsoft, Johnson & Johnson, American Airlines, AstraZeneca, Pfizer, and the U.S. Department of Energy, have entrusted their executive teams to Dr. Peter J. Dean.
As I speak to an audience of leaders, I understand, and I make them understand, that the higher and higher they go in an organization, the less and less they receive feedback about the impact and the character of their leadership. In The Coachable Leader, I review 7 lenses through which a leader can examine how they can receive feedback to improve their impact and character of their leadership repertoire. The postmodern executive leader of today is dealing with a workforce that is mobile, is dealing with a workforce that is multi-generational, is dealing with a workforce that is international and global. Postmodern leadership has to adapt to accommodate those differences in the workforce. Leaders traditionally have been trained to go it alone. This is not the age for leaders, executives, CEOs to go it alone. They need to be there with their people. They need to travel into the future with their people. That requires collaboration. That requires communication. It requires the kind of communication that allows an executive to really take the company where it needs to be with others along. In our experience, what we've found is that the more coachable an executive is, the better leader they are. And what we mean by coachable is simply this: open to changing their particular skill set in leading. Do they rely too much on management skills, which are technical in nature, knowing that leadership is much more adaptive in nature? Do they rely on their strong ego as opposed to empathy skills? So what we've identified is the more they're willing to take a look at how well they balance ego and empathy, how well they balance personal and professional power, how well they balance task and relationships with people in the workplace. That's what coachable is. The more they are open to that, the more likely they're going to be a leader in the present moment of time. In an organization, anyone who has responsibility has the need for leader training, leader development, leader education. The responsibility, their part in the organization will be fully realized if they are allowed to grow in their leadership development. That idea is based in the natural tendency of life to grow and develop. Everyone wants to grow in an organization. With responsibility becomes the organization's responsibility to allow them to grow in their individual leadership so that when they do ascend to management levels, higher levels in management, they will be bringing with them the repertoire necessary to be a leader and a manager.
Get your leadership team back on track and see your company's future soar. Book Dr. Peter J. Dean today.